Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jam White Geo back here again. Today I'll be bringing you guys a deck profile. It's gonna be the Dracotail branded deck profile. Went first place at locals with that. I was able to win the Chronicles deck playmat. And I just want to share that deck profile with you guys. See if I can incite you guys with more ideas of how to go about building the deck or how to make more changes to Dracotail and branded and so forth. So, let me know what you guys think, down in the comment section. And, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into it. So, main deck was 48 total, which is not usually the norm, but, it works. I mean, most 40 card decks now, usually cutting it like before. So, play around with, different decks, try different stuff, and then, see how stuff plays out, man. This worked for me, so I want to show it to you guys. So, starting off with a Dracotail engine, we had one Dracotail Pan, one Dracotail Argula, 3 5-mana, and we did 3 Lucaeus, 3 Nululu, 1 Frixel. And we did 3 K2, 3 Rahu, and then 1 Flame, 1 Sting, and 1 Horn. So pretty much kind of like the same package most people would run. I know most people are playing a lot more Pan. I mean, I get the idea behind it, but I just don't want to play more bricks. To me, it's considered a brick. Like, you don't want to see 2 pans in your hand and not auto ways to be able to play. So I just rather have the 1-ofs because, they can recycle themselves. If I lose them, it's fine. I mean, these can put them back. So I like this engine. I like this count that I have so far. I like it the way it is. It's worked perfectly for me. And as I say, you guys can play around with it and see if you want to change the numbers, add more, reduce stuff, like see what works for you. But this worked for me so far. Then for like the supplementary engine, the Albaz stuff, I play 2 Fallen of Albaz, 2 Blazing Cartesia, and then I did 2 Branded Fusion, and 2 of the Fallen and the Virtuous. So again, going back to the numbers, I know a lot of people are opting to only play 1 of these, but I don't see either one being a bad card to have in hand, especially Albaz, because there's been lots of games where I opened and I had Albaz in my hand. I'm like, first play was normal summon Albaz, pitch a card, and force interaction before I even do like any Dracotail stuff sometimes, if I don't have like the Branded Fusion. Because like, Albaz by itself can technically break a board because it cheats out a Mare Jade, and a Mare Jade is already a problem to deal with. So most people try to like, they're going to use their resources just to stop that Albaz. And then opening both of them too, sometimes it's crazy. You summon, you pitch, even if they out this, Cartesia now can special itself to be able to, do some plays. So it's not bad. Going second, I usually would side out one of them because like I have more opportune, I guess, like board breakers or more better cards I would prefer to have in from my side deck to be able to go against certain matchups. If I see some matchup that I know Albaz would be good against, I would still keep an extra copy of Albaz. I would side out the Cartesia. Because I know it's a deck that I know Albaz would be able to break the board, I will keep in the 2 copies. But yeah, and then obviously the 2 Branded Fusion, just like pretty much mandatory. And then the 2 Fallen Virtues. This card's been crazy. This card just helps you be able to play around so much. Like, just insane. But that's it for like the branded stuff. Alright, then for the hand traps, I played 12. So I went with 2 Nibiru, 3 Fualos, 3 Ash Blossoms, 2 Ghost Bells, and 2 Effect Veiler. I say hand traps, like, it's one of those things, one of those formats you gotta play hand traps and you kind of have to like play board breakers in a sense. I feel like this was fair enough for what I needed the deck to accomplish, because I still consider 5 mana a hand trap, so it kind of puts it at 15 cents. And these I feel are the most impactful alongside, they're going along with this deck. Like Veil, I can be able to, reuse and stuff by summoning Artelion. I can Veil Artelion in their turn, get back my Veiler, do Veiler again, so it's not bad. And then Bell is just good into most of the matchups. And then these are just, self-explanatory. Like, you gotta play Nib, you gotta play Fool, and you gotta play Ash. They're just good into the format. And then just for some support cards, we play 3 Fenrir. I know a lot of people opt to put this in side deck. I don't mind playing this main deck and starting with it. Like, Fenrir's been crazy, like in testing and at tournaments. Like, sometimes Fenrir alone just helps me break a board. Like, it's just crazy. Going first or going second, like, it puts so much pressure on your opponent. You summon up Fenrir first, it's like, okay, now you be able to deal with like retaliate and see. You get to deal with like other like stuff like if they try to play on your turn, like you'd be able to out something and reduce their resources. Like it's just crazy. And then it just generates a free body to hand, so you have something extra to pitch, to be able to get back an extra card from grave with Artelion and so forth. But that's one of the support cards I played. And then I main deck 1 Triple Tactic Stress, 1 Dark Ruler, Call by the Grave, and then 1 Triple Tactics Talents. The main deck with the Dark Ruler, it's just one of those things I was just trying to think of like how to, beat Retaliate and see, because not every time you're going to open Fenrir, so I wanted to increase my chance of having more weight out of that card, because I feel like that's the only card that actually like blows this deck out of the water. So like I feel like I just needed something to be able to give me that additional, like, push against it. And this is the best I came up with at that time. If they retaliate and see me, I can thrust to get the Dark Ruler and then just stop it from there and then play. Because my idea was that I didn't want to out the retaliate and see, because most decks I played, they also can't really play around it, or they have to like do weird plays to be able to get around it. So I just wanted to negate it for that turn, set up my board, and then have them have to try to play around their own retaliate and see. So that's why that was the idea behind this. But it's just something to think about, play around with, because retaliate and see does hurt this deck a lot. So just trying to find ways around it aside from Fenrir, because I was gonna get the Fenrir, so I need more ways to be able to play through it. All right. And for the extra deck, I'm gonna jump into that. Play 1 Spirit with Eyes of Blue, 1 Hieratic Seal Spears, and 1 SP Little Knife. These are all the links that I play. Obviously, this is for the depending on how you open. Sometimes you open the Cartesian, you're able to get an extra spellcaster, the level 4 low spellcaster, or your Lucaeus to be able to summon Sage with your other dragon on the Artelion, or whatever it is that you might have as a dragon on board, to be able to make a seal, to be able to get extra push. Little Knights to help you in case if, you don't have that much plays, but, usually most times you have Fusion on board. Summon something else to be able to get to banish something. And this can come up in play in those weird plays, like if they retaliate and see you first turn, and you have the talents in your hand, you're able to take the retaliancy. At least you have something that you can be able to link into. Helps you get rid of, the retaliancy that way. But as it for like the links, for XYZs, I only played 1 Sky Crisis. It's good in the mirror match, and it's good in some other matchups. Sometimes you might not have that good of a board, somebody might not have that good a push. They might want to be able to just block out a board for right now. Put pressure on them with the Sky Crisis, and then you just fusion in their turn once they out this, or you play around to try to like use this as a way to be able to block, to be able to survive a turn, whatever the case may be. But it comes up. And now for the fusions, I play 1 Dracotail Gulamel, 1 Albion the Branded Dragon, 1 Chaos Star Source Dragon. This card doesn't really come that, it didn't really come that much for me, but it is impactful when it does, when you are able to summon it. So that's something I would still keep in. 1 Lubellion, the Searing Dragon, 1 Mare Jade, 1 Secretarian Dragon, 1 Albion Sanctifier Dragon. I mean, you play this so you can be able to get the lock. Like I say, if you get it into the play with Seals and Spirit of Eyes of Blue, and you started your turn with Cartesia, more likely you can be able to get into this, or Branded Fusion, you can be able to get into this to be able to lock them with the Spirit on their turn, so that, you know, they're locked into dragons. And most times it's hard for them to play. It's hard for decks to be able to try to play around that or try to out, you know, the Spirit Eyes of Blue on their field to be able to play. So it's a decent lock. Philia Regis. It's another card too. You know, it doesn't come up that often, but I say when it comes up, just like the Chaos, like it's very impactful. Like, especially like in the mirror match and so forth, or like against Yummy, be able to banish a card from the field or grave. It's pretty crazy. And then 3 Artelion. Right. See, for the most part, the extra deck is pretty much like standard. Alright, for the side deck. So for side deck, I tried to like figure out how best I want to be able to like put cards to be able to play around certain decks to try to that I feel this deck has harder matchups against or need to be able to gain an advantage over. So that's why I try to like mix my extra deck, my side deck to be able to do that. So starting off, I played 2 Fantastical Dragon Phantasme for, you know, like Yummy. Malice is still in the format, so this comes up. And then there's all the like link strategies as well too, just to be able to have that extra push to give you that draw to be able to, you know, possibly draw into a 5-mana or even more hand traps to be able to you know, interact on their turn. 3 Droll Lock board. Mitsurugi still a thing. Raizu still a thing, so you still gotta like respect those, you know, those decks and some out of the combo decks out there. And then inevitably, sometimes this is good against like the different versions of Yummy, such as like the Yummy Mitsurugi and the Soulful Core Yummy. So it does come up. Then I play 1 Titaniclad. This I put in as like a last minute thing. I had an extra slot. It's between this and a Kaiju. The extra slot I was keeping for, you know, to respect Lunalight. Because I did play Lunalight too at that tournament, the last round. Luckily, my hand traps was enough to stop him, but I needed out to be able to, you know, beat the Liger Dancer. I'm thinking the Kaiju might have been the better option because recycling, getting back to this might be a little bit of a problem, but that was the out that I came up with at that time, and I put it in to try to be, you know, beat Liger Dancer. Luckily, I didn't have to, but say it's a flex spot. You can be able to put in the Kaiju instead. But I say you gotta respect Lunalights because that deck is still scary, man. Then we play 1 Raigeki with Turbo Tactics Thrust. It's the second one. So like going second depends on what I'm playing against. I would side in both these. I would just side in the Thrust. So yeah, this is good against like the different Yummy variants and some of the other like rogue strategies as well too. And then also play a package of like the Super Poly with the Mud Dragon and Garura. Say this is good up. This is good in the format. It's good against almost most of the strategies. Yummy, Mitsurugi, Malice. It's good in the mirror match. You know, this helps you cheat a lot of stuff, so it's not that bad. And then for the last 2 cards, we play Skill Drain and There Can Be Only One. Let's say, I mean, Flood Gauges, you know, just win you the game when you go first. So I mean, why not? Skill Drain is crazy, and then TC Boo is just one of those, like, depends on the matchup. You know, you can do a lot of harm to your opponent. Like I played against Malice Intestine, and my hand was bad, and it was just this, and he just could not play around with TC Boo, and it was like it just won me the game. But I said that's it for the side deck. Gonna open a few packs that I got for first place. So we have a few Doom Dimension packs, and I got 2 OTS 29 along with the map. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this to see if we pull anything crazy. Oh, got a secret. Doom Z, what's this? 12 Hero. Regenesis Overlord. Secret. Got now Doomsy. Drasterius. Okay. Goki the Tyrant Ogre. Like I said, man, just let me know down in the comment section what you think about the deck profile. If you guys are planning on playing Dracotail and different variants, if you're planning on playing this variant, what you think could be changed, what you think could be added, what you think should be done differently, what you might be doing in your build. Right, Rage Rose Witch. Like I said, the deck is very, I feel like this deck is very, like, you know, versatile. There's a lot of different ways to play, a lot of different ways to, like, utilize the stuff that's in there. So, let me know down in the comment section, man. Let me know what you guys think about the other variants, like the other decks as well, too, because I know there's a lot of people pushing, like, the Yummy, Focal Cord. There's different variants of K9 and so forth. Like, just let me know. Alright. Go ahead from our OTS pack. And last pack, we have a Mistaken Arrest. Super. Alright. That's it. That's it for the deck profile, man. That's it. Just let me know what you think down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys plan on playing going forward. What do you guys think about Dracotail, Yummy, K9, any of these decks in the format? I say, just let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. See your boy Jam YGO signing off, man. Peace.